Hello and welcome to one of my most requested Gyaru style curation videos that I've ever done. I'm hoping that this one does well, but I also know that not everybody messes with Shein. So before I get into this, let's talk about some disclaimers. If you had no problem with AliExpress, you shouldn't have a problem with Shein because it's basically the same thing. And if you think you're shopping ethical with any Gyaru clothing brand, most of them's warehouses are in China or Korea or Thailand, from what I've noticed, like the old brands. Not only that, but a lot of brands back in the day used to steal designs and things off of one another. Also, a lot of them use actual fur. So if those type of things get to you and you're wearing brand, hate to break it to you, but you haven't been ethical this entire time. What I will say though, this is just me curating stuff that fits into the Gyaru spectrum of style. And if there's anything that's legitimately been stolen by a designer and you know the designer, and it's not like a drop shipper or anything like that, because I know that goes on where somebody's like, that's my design, but no, honey, like, you're a drop shipper. And people know exactly where you get your stuff. It's either Taobao or AliExpress. But if there's somebody that legitimately does have a design that is being stolen on here, please do let me know, because I would love to support an actual designer that does kind of make Gyaru clothing. Like, Danny and I talked about this in our previous Gyaru Gab video. I think if there are things that are designing specifically for Gyaru or work within Gyaru style, especially for the Gaijin Gyaru market, we should support that. So yeah, this is me being unaware if certain designs are stolen or not. Other than that, there's a lot of things I found on Shein that definitely work for Gyaru style, especially if you're into old school right now. I think this has been like probably the best era for old school. I'm not kidding, because there's just so many tropical vacation-y prints, especially with music festival season and summer coming up. So yeah, we're just gonna hop right into this. You're gonna kind of notice that it gradually gets more Gyaru as we go, because there's certain things I had on my favorites list where I'm like, yeah, that could work, or this reminds me of this brand or that brand. But I feel like stuff really starts shining further on into this video. But yeah, I guess we should get started. So the first thing on my list are these metallic shoes that definitely give me that Y2K new millennium feel. I love a metallic silver shoe. We see them a lot in Le Carte's brand. They have a lot of metallic platforms, and obviously it's really hard to find like a metallic platform in that Le Carte style, but I feel like these might be like an okay replacement depending on what you're doing. Doing a shoe like this is very tricky. Like, I feel like this would go with like a lot of white or that like royal blue color. I don't know how to explain it. In the late 90s, even like the mid 90s a little bit, and in early 2000s, there was a lot of like all white ensembles, and people would throw metallic stuff on top of those all white ensembles to give a little bit more of like a 3D vibe to it. So I feel like things like that would work with like the long white trench coat jackets and like maybe a mini skirt and like a dress shirt that's like royal blue, and then like these shoes maybe to give it more of an edge. But that's just my rendition of it. But yeah, I just picked these because they were metallic, and it's really hard to find a metallic silver shoe in a style that I like. Here's another metallic shoe that I really liked. I like that this was like in a really cute blush pink color. I feel like if you're into the sweeter styles but still want to go that like new millennium Y2K route, these are really cute. And I know there's like a lot of high-end designers that are making very similar shoes to these right now, so I feel like things like this work very well. So I would go kind of like the same route, all white, but maybe with like a pink top that's similar to the shoes instead. That, or just like, I don't know, there's a lot of things you can do with this. I feel like as long as it's in that like really cute genre, I guess you could say. They also have these in lime green, which I feel like work really well for old school. I know like a lot of brands in the late 90s and early 2000s really fucked with the slime green color, especially Japanese brands. So I feel like these also would work really well, and they're kind of like that satin material that was quite prominent back in those days. Next we have these orange shoes, which just were really funky to me. Like, they really do have that like new millennium vibe to me as well, because it's a clear heel and it's PVC. I won't lie, these type of shoes hurt like a motherfucker, but like the design is really cool, and I can see you pairing like a really modern Alba, like not modern as in like the boho Alba, but like 2002 and 2003 Alba really fucks around with bright colors, and I feel like if you didn't want to go with a platform, these would probably be your next best option, because they're bright orange, and they also, like I said, had that bright lime green color that I feel like a lot of people messed with around that time as well. So the green and orange work really well, and I think even if you wanted to go the Ramamba route, I feel like these would work too. There used to also be these platform shoes that would have like a full-on dip in them, like they were like a wedge, but like the back was very cut out and narrow. If you know, you know. I don't know how to explain them any other way, but these kind of remind me of that. So I feel like all of these would work really well with like that old school new millennium style that's very like futuristic and like funky, and takes nods also to the 60s and 70s. The next thing we have is one of these like tropical wraps. I feel like these were also very popular in the Alba era things. I actually have one of these, not in this design, but I have another one that's got like rainbow hibiscuses on it. That's black. That's like really fun. But I think this one has hibiscuses on it. It's got like different flowers as well from what I see, and lemon print, and I know fruit print was a big thing for a minute. So yeah, I think this is really cute, and it's pink too, so I feel like it could go once again in kind of that Romamba category just because it's pink maybe. But I also am aware that like Romamba also focused on a lot of like Disney aspects, so they focused on like Stitch's girlfriend, that's pink, and they focused on the cat from the Aristocats as well, amongst some other things, I think. But I think this could also work too because it's in that pink category. I don't know, I just thought it was really cute. I like wraps like these. They're really comfortable too, honestly. Next we have this Hello Kitty one piece. This is quite modern, especially with like the distressed denim everywhere, but what really stood out to me was the fact that it has leopard print in the bow, and I feel like that was very prominent in Gyaru fashion, is to combine Hello Kitty or like Sanrio aspects with leopard print or zebra print. I just see that happen a lot. I mean, it would be even more Gyaru if that leopard print bow was pink, but I feel like the regular leopard print works as well. Personally, what I would do with this, I mean, you could wear it standalone and it'd be fine, right? But I feel like if you put like a t-shirt, like a baby tee or like a t-shirt under this as well, it would give it more of like a pop teen edge, whereas maybe this by itself is more of like the Egg magazine style. It'd be really cool to see the Egg gals wear this collection. It's really cute, honestly. I don't mind this at all. It's a little modern, but what isn't nowadays? The next thing I'm featuring is this very cute rainbow leopard print skirt. This is very Gyaru. Like, this is perfect. And why I say this is perfect is because this reminds me of another brand that did rainbow leopard print. The only difference is their rainbow leopard print featured hearts as the leopard print. So like the leopard print was kind of formed into hearts and it was rainbow, whereas this is just like general leopard print, but they also did a lot of Hello Kitty collaborations like this. So yeah, I feel like this works really well. You could put like a basic t-shirt with this in like a color because it's rainbow leopard print, and what would be really cute with this is like rainbow leopard print nails, I feel like that would stand out a lot. And because there's also a variety of colors, you could also really mess with your makeup. You could go neutral with your makeup, but you could always feature a pop of color and make the look more vibrant. This also reminds me of like hare gyaru as well. Like you could go the hare route as well with the skirt and it would work really well, I think. So once again, we have another animal print shirt that's Hello Kitty, and for the most part I like this shirt. Like it has a variety of different like animal prints. So you got leopard, cheetah, giraffe print, zebra print. Those are all very Gyaru. And see, the leopard print has like that heart shape there that I wish was on the skirts as well, but that's okay. But what I don't like about this is the split, random ass split in the middle. But what you could do is have that showcase that leopard print rainbow skirt, maybe, possibly, I don't know. Or you could tuck this in, or you could tie it. It would look really cute tied on the side as well, and that would be very Gyaru. Yeah, Sanrio and Disney stuff most of the time always goes with Gyaru in some sort of way, especially if it's like a alternate design that has like a lot of bright colors or leopard print. So the next thing we have is this, what I like to dub as like the Y2K blue. It's a very distinct baby blue, and it's like this very casual surfer skirt that you could pair with a lot of different things, but I like this just because it's comfortable. Things like this also come in bigger sizes, which is also extremely helpful. And like I said, you could put like a white baby tee with this and some really cute shoes. I wouldn't go with these sunglasses. I'd go for the colored sunglasses that are frameless. And if you have like a little bling on the corner or something, that's perfect. And some like really cute lei bracelets in blue, this would be perfect. And it's like really simple. I feel like a lot of people overthink Gyaru fashion as a whole, because there's a way that Gyaru clothes are coordinated that make them very Gyaru, but if your hair and makeup is on point, it doesn't matter and whatnot. Like some things that even some of the Gyaru models wear occasionally to me are quite questionable, but their hair and makeup's on point, and that's what still makes it distinctly Gyaru. With this also, because it's that Y2K blue paired with white, you could really go ham on like baby pink makeup or like that frosty blue and white. You could focus on such a cool highlight. You could put like little gems under your eyes. Like there's so many fun things you can do with this. You could mess with body glitter. Yeah, you could up the game as much as you want with things like this, or you could tone it down and just really go for like a clean look with this. But in general, I really like this. It does have some lettuce hemming as well, which I know is quite trendy. Next, we have this skirt. This is just a basic skirt. As you see, the sizing is kind of limited on it, but I just like this because it's a really cute shade of chocolate brown. I am not fond of that corset lacing bit up in there. I don't remember us ever doing this with cuter things. If we did things like this more with like streetwear and more on the side, I feel like, than stuff like this, because I feel like the thing is then you have to automatically tuck your shirt in to show this, or it's just stringing down and it's just a mess. But I really like the lace hem on this. I think the lace hem on this is really cute, and it kind of has like a Lisa feel to it. Like you could pair like a really cute turtleneck with this, or like one of those like lacy camisoles, and have like a really cute wedge that has like fluff or florals, or like there's a lot of different things you could do with this. I would pair this with like white or a very similar shade of brown that's in this plaid skirt, or if there's a way to incorporate pink, that would be really cute. I'm not sure how you do it, but I think it could be done. It's just a matter of balancing out the pink somehow. But yeah, I just included this in this because I needed some cuter things, because a lot of this is very old school, and some Agejo, as you'll see later on. I think you guys will be a little shook. Next, we just have this really basic heart quilted tote bag. I just added this because of the heart quilting. I think that was really big in Gyaru brands. I would use this more for like Agejo or himekaji and stuff. I don't like the straps on this. Like the straps kind of ruin this for me, but what you could do with these straps is modify them and add lace or add bling or just certain things to those straps to make them cuter. But I like I said, I mainly added this just because it's got heart quilting, and that's extremely cute. We have another one of these like really casual surf skirts, and it goes up to an XL, which is really awesome. But what I really like about this is it has a lot of those like flower details and sparkles. Sparkles are always Gyaru, fight me on that. It's got that like double line down the sides, which kind of is like a nod to Adidas, but like it's obviously not Adidas, but it kind of gives like a sporty surf like flair to it. But I really like the butterflies. I feel like butterflies are very distinct in Gyaru, and I feel like they go across all of the substyles. We've incorporated butterflies in so many different things. That's why I named Papillon when I named it Papillon, is because butterflies are extremely universal in Gyaru fashion. And they play a part here, and I think this is really cute. Next we have this layered cami dress, and I picked this for several different reasons. One, it's very bright colored. It's that lime green that I said really played a huge part in the late 90s cusp, early 2000s thing. Like, it was absolutely a thing. But also, I feel like this type of tiered layering is going to be very trendy this season. I've gotten a couple old school pieces, mainly for hime and himekaji, that have this motif. So if you want to be on trend this season, this is absolutely coming back. I've seen it in tops even. But I like the whole flower power vibe. It's kind of an interesting print. I don't exactly know where to place it. I feel like it could go a lot of different routes. Like, you could go old school Gyaru with this, obviously. But you could go a cuter route with this, I feel like. You don't have to do Mamba or Yamamba or, like, Ganguro to get away with this and this look really cute. This would look really cool with those futuristic looking wedges, or like those heels that are clear that are in lime green. That would be really cute. You could go with like a lime green platform as well, or you could bring out that yellow or white somehow as well. But no, like, I picked this mainly because the silhouette is extremely trendy, and I just feel like this is really cute. I think this is a really cute piece. So next we have this like organza cami dress with the butterfly at the bust, and it's exactly as you're seeing it. I feel like this could be quite himekaji. I don't like the butterfly applique just because it looks cheap. I feel like if you threw rhinestones into the butterfly or sequins, it would make it a little bit more gaudy, and then maybe put like bows midway at the straps. That would make it like super extra and very like himekaji. But I feel like this could work if you just need something that's like basic himekaji, because I know like a lot of the himekaji that I know in the community, they're like, yeah, I like this, but I don't want to wear diamante or parfait all the time because that's my nice clothes. So say you just need something casual that you don't mind like getting beat up, maybe you could go with this, with like just a really cute like heart heel with a bow or something, and it would work out, you know. Like, I feel like too, you could really casual this up too. Like, you could put like one of those like cute denim jackets over it, and just like a basic wedge, or like you could take it maybe even the Agejo route, because there's that like butterfly motif and it almost like kyaba even like it. You could go a couple different directions with this, I feel like. But yeah, I feel like this is one of those dresses that if like something happened to it, you wouldn't like die. Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, I do not want to mess up my brand if we're going on a picnic or something, because like crap can get on that, and like brand's not replaceable. So here's a good alternative. So the next thing we have is this, and this is a really weird cut. I don't know how to feel about this cut, but I love this print. It reminds me of a lot of old school brands, a variety of old school brands that have done shit like this. I don't like the back of this because it's longer in the back, and I don't know what the fuck you do with that. Like, I mean, I guess you could wear it as is, right? But I wish it was just like long all the way through. Because if you just got it long all the way through, this could double as a dress if it's not, like, too sheer. But I really like the print on this. I really like the color scheme of this. This is super fucking old school. Like, you could even do this with pants like this. I would go for a brighter pant maybe, but this screams late 90s old school Gyaru. Absolutely. And I like that's a button down as well. So yeah, here's this. Like I said, it's kind of a weird cut, but the print and the color scheme is what really stood out to me. Then we have this top. This top I feel like is very androgynous. So I feel like this could be for a girl or a guy. And it's got the hibiscus pattern on it, but it's more muted. I feel like this is a more like mature, old school vibe, almost borderline Gyaru, depending on how it's gonna fit on you. Like this is obviously on a woman, but I feel like if you got it large enough, it might work. But this reminds me of Jane for sure. That are like a couple other brands that are more muted than Alba. I feel like I think Alba became a little bit more muted later on, but stuff like this kind of works if you're a little bit older or just are afraid of color, in my opinion. Here we have this like metallic rhinestone bra set. Personally, I wouldn't wear this on its own unless like you have like a cardigan or some like throw over on it, but that's just me. Maybe y'all are more secure with yourself than I am. I couldn't do it. But this metallic finish definitely reminds me of the early 2000s. It even reminds me a little bit of Daya in places, but then that rhinestone heart in the middle is absolutely Agejo, so it's really strange, and I think that's why I liked it. What I would do is I get a really low cut top, right? And I would layer this bra under it, so that way this bra would peek out and would be really cute, but then you'd have this like showing. I wish this came in other colors. Like I wish it came in like a metallic black, metallic gold, hot pink, and maybe like one other color, because blue's kind of a strange thing to put it at. And I know a lot of you like those like tie bras as well, is why I included this. But yeah, interesting. I don't know, like I like this. There was something about it that really stood out to me that I was like, yeah, this could work for Gyaru fashion. Oh, these tops. So we did do a cowl neck halter in the early 2000s. Absolutely. This reminds me of a lot of the older, lesser known Gyaru brands out there, especially in like these like champagne colors. Gold, champagne, royal purple. Colors like this were really prominent in Gyaru at around that time. Definitely more so club wear, but this metallic finish was extremely popular. Yeah, I really like this. I think it's cute. I think this definitely works with that denim. I wouldn't pair this with that silver belt because it's clashing metals. I would go with like one of those blinged out belts in like black or champagne that have bits of gold in it. I think that would look really cute. And then like a butterfly necklace and gold with lots of rhinestones on it. I think that would be cute. I think like a really extra choker with bling would be really cute. You could put a bunch of different types of earrings with this as well. And I personally wouldn't go with these type of boots because they're a little bit like, they work, but they're a little bit like too industrial for me. I would go with like a thigh-high boot, or like a knee-high boot, but I would go with less of a wedge and more of like a pin heel with a pointed toe. I feel like that would be more era accurate. But yeah, this top is very, very Gyaru. I've absolutely seen stuff like this around. And if it's too much with the halter and stuff, pair denim on denim and stuff that are like a black cardigan could also work with this, and it'd be fine if this is too much on its own. So the next thing we have is this dress, and it's very modern Y2K, and I don't know how to feel about that, but this color scheme is what really stood out to me. There's a blue and orange and white together. Yeah, we absolutely did this. The pink on there, not so much, but it does work if you kind of want like a modern old school twist. I could see that working. The hearts are really cute. I like the palm trees and butterflies. It's a lot of different contrasting elements, and it's a halter, which is also very interesting, but I don't know, there's something about this that really stood out to me. I hate that keyhole in the bust. I wish that keyhole in the bust didn't exist, but I chose this because of the color story mainly. But yeah, perfect for old school. So next is this pleated skirt and this pastel lavender color, which screams 2014 to me. I feel like we really didn't wear this color in the Y2K era per se. But I mainly chose this because it reminded me of something Daya or a couple other brands would have put out because of these like really fancy buttons, right? And then you have the chains down below, which are really cute. I would go more of the modern Gyaru route with this, so I would go with like a black top to really bring it in, and black thigh-high boots, and like, I don't know what else you could add to this and whatnot. I feel like the color is really modern. I wish they had this in black and stuff. The black would be perfect. But yeah, I would pair black with pastel, honestly. I know that sounds weird, but I just feel like it would work because then you can pair that like thigh-high boot with it and it looked good. There you could do like the thigh-high socks as well. I feel like white is okay, but I just feel like white is like too much pastel, and I feel like somehow you need to bring it back a little bit, otherwise it'd start looking like Harajuku fashion quite quickly. But yeah, I think there's a way that this can be usable. Like I said, it definitely reminds me of 2014 and a lot of brands that like mess with this color of purple specifically around that time. So here's another top that screamed old school to me. It's like that terry cloth material in orange, and it's a halter and it splits, so definitely maybe not the most body conscious unless you're extremely confident to pull that off. But I like the beading in here. I think that's very like Gyaru. I definitely saw that a lot in old school pieces, and this orange color is really, really fun. It is backless and stuff. Like I said, got a lot of back showing and a lot of stomach, so I feel like this is one of those pieces where you could probably, if you don't care for your stomach showing, layer maybe a camisole under it in one of these colors of the beads to kind of bring the beads out maybe a little bit. They also have this in like the inverted color, so they have white and orange here. They have this really cute blue color that you could probably like incorporate stitch with or something, like something tropical. They have pink, which is very cute. Like you could do a whole ass like Lilo and Stitch thing with the pink and blue. And then they also have this really cute lime green that I said was like in everything in the early 2000s especially. But yeah, this top is very like old school. You could put like one of those like long maxi skirts that's also kind of got that tropical vacation-y vibe with this, or you could go with shorts and it would be cute. Or you could go with like flared denim and a good sandal, platform sandal, and it would work. So here's another halter tube top. This I chose because the font and the flowers definitely gave me that like old school 60s 70s revival, old school flower power vibe thing going on, but definitely would also work for old school. It's super cute. I once again, I'm a bitch for this beading up at the top. I think that's super cute, and I feel like this top also is a little bit more forgiving, possibly, if the other one isn't to your style. I don't know if this is cropped or not. Probably is, but you can get it in a bigger size, maybe to make it less cropped. And they have it in like pastel purple, which I'd pair with like white shorts or pink shorts. That would be really cute, or like a pink maxi skirt, or like maybe a blue maxi skirt to bring out the flower, possibly. And then they also have like a basic white as well, but this might work for maybe Ramamba, possibly, with like a fairy style skirt. Like I have some that probably would work with this that I'm gonna show later on, but this green reigns supreme, especially with that hot pink text as well. Like This is everything. This is what I mean by like fairy style skirts. And no, this isn't Agejo. This is straight up old school. It's too like tie-dye to be Agejo in my opinion. But this is very Gyaru because it's got that tie-dye print, and I just really like that fairy style thing going down at the bottom. Except what we did is all this had like flecks of glitter in it back in the day. Like, this is too matte. But despite the too matte part, this screams old school Gyaru. You could go the Mamba route with this, or Romamba. That, or just, you could do old school even without like tanning, and it would be really fine. Instead, probably what you'd do is you'd focus on a lot of body glitter and a lot of color and like rhinestones and stuff to make it more like girly and fun. There's a way to make things work to where it still maybe pops and stuff. Like I said, tanning is definitely one of those things that definitely creates quite a bit of controversy, and I just think that you should do it at your own discretion. I don't think it should be entirely banned, and I don't think I'm the one that should police that topic, but I do feel like if you do want a tan to bring out the highlights in that style of makeup, I don't think there's any problem with that. Or do the style of like eye makeup. I think a lot of people confuse when people refer to their makeup as ganguro and them not be tan. I think they're referring to their eye make being ganguro style eye make. But that's just my interpretation of it. But yeah, here is this dress. I feel like this is super cute. You just put some flip-flops on this, or like some wedge platforms, some hibiscus flowers in your hair, maybe with like straight pigtails and a bunch of like pink extensions in, and like stickers and rhinestones on the face, and like lays and stuff. Y'all know the drill. And maybe like a Disney princess backpack, or like a Disney princess towel or something, and this would be very like cute and very like Romamba, because Romamba comes from like the romantic style, so it's like sweeter. So then we have this tube top. It's got ruffles and rhinestones, and this reminds me of Mars. Mars did a lot of tops with this like rhinestone front in it. So what you do is you pair one of those like really ruffly skirts, or like even a pencil skirt, because it's got like ruffles in here. So you could go maybe not like this pink, but like the Agejo hot pink that's a little darker than this. It's got a little bit more red in it. I would go with like a hot pink pencil skirt and a big floppy hat and big sunglasses. Don't do cat eye. It's too retro. And some like pointed heels with some rhinestones and stuff, and maybe like a drapey cardigan in black, and like the hat could be hot pink or black, and you'd have like a very modern, I think they call it Agejo style outfit. I have a sweater that has kind of a similar rhinestone detailing to this. It's not a tube top, but hey, we'll go with what we can get. This piece reminds me of like a old Liz Lisa for some reason. It reminds me of that flip through I did where all the gals in Pop Teen were white. I think it's because it's got like the this bust that kind of cinches in there and kind of doubles as a bow, and then it kind of ends not at your waist but under your like chest, and then it's got like bubble sleeves. I don't know, it just really reminded me of like himekaji, and I think all white like this as a base, you can do a lot of things with this. So what a lot of people would do with things like this, which I know it's going to get warmer, so you could do this on its own and it'd be fine. But in the wintertime, what you do is you put like a black turtleneck and maybe a black belt, like a thick waist belt that's black, but you don't have to do that. Like, honestly, that might interrupt it, but the high neck black turtleneck and black tights, and then white shoes, and then like white flowers in the hair, or like a black headband with like rhinestones and stuff. If your gal make is on point, this would be like a perfect like old style himekaji outfit that's like, it almost takes like a nod to like the 60s, I feel like, in a way, because it's kind of got like a retro vibe to it. But yeah, this is something that kind of reminded me of Liz Lisa. Okay, this outfit was the one. This is why I said those useless ass thin ass scarves were coming back, because I saw it in this and I was like, okay, we're going back to this era of time. First off, it's fucking hibiscus print. We got the white and we got the green, and we got multiple shades of green in this paired with white. This outfit screams like old school Gyaru vibe, super retro, in the sense that it has, like I said, that useless ass thin ass scarf that was so big for a while. The lime green, once again, was everywhere. And then we have the hibiscus print as well, which, you know, seals the deal in it for me. This is gorgeous. Super recommend this. This goes up to an extra large. It's $8. Get it. This is perfect. What I do with this is I pair white boots with this. Those white retro go-go style boots. And you're good to go. Like, I don't even know what else to do with this. That would be perfect. Maybe put, like, tropical, like hibiscus necklaces and stuff. Not like the lace, but, like, I don't know what you do with this. Hi, hello. We've came to the Agejo portion of this curation. So I love this because it's a halter, right? But the halter, I don't know if you can tell, is chains all in here. So this is like either beads or chains. I can't tell. I think it's chains, but it might be like pearl beads and stuff. And then obviously you have this rhinestone part in the middle, which is very, very Agejo. And then this is bodycon all the way down, which, I mean, isn't my favorite silhouette for Agejo, but it works. Like, you could absolutely make this work. I would go with a pink heel just because there's not enough pink in this outfit otherwise. I would go maybe with, yeah, just a pink heel maybe, and some like sheer tights. This is the one time I might say sheer tights are okay, because if you do black on black, you're not going to be able to see the hem of this dress so much. But I would definitely go with like a rhinestoney pink heel just to bring this pink back in, and maybe like pink flowers in the hair with like a cute updo or something, or like you could even do it like a hairdo that's down even. But yeah, this just definitely reminded me of Agejo in some sort of way. And it goes up to an extra large, so that's always good news for those of us who have a hard time fitting into Agejo brands that are made extremely tiny. So here's one of those dresses that I like, has that fairy style print again, but it's not tie-dye. So this is very like mid 2000s to me. Like I said, we'd add more like sparkle or glitter to this, but this works. Could this go the Agejo route? I don't know. You tell me. Maybe, I don't know, fucking maybe. But I like the cut of this a lot. Like, it's a really interesting cut, and it's halter because everything's halter nowadays. But I just thought it was cute, and I would just pair it with some pin heels. And as you see, they even got the bag down pat with the black and the pink. I wouldn't pair this choker or those shoes with this outfit at all. Like, it's too industrial. You don't want to go the industrial route with this. I would go straight up glam. Those heart belts, they're low enough for this to work. Here's your chance to wear that heart belt if you have that heart belt or something similar. I would go with like a butterfly necklace or like a heart necklace that's really blingy and glam, and I would go with pink shoes, or if you want to add black in, black cardigan, or a black bolero, maybe that's a little too much, that, or just leave that alone, and go with like black accessories that aren't industrial. So black flowers in the hair, black mini hat, black headband, and then the bag could be black and the shoes could be like black and pink or black. And I feel like this would work really well and stuff. And of course, you know, to add more glam to it, you could add body glitter. This is your chance to probably use body glitter and it work out very, very well. Hi, hello, here is more Agejo. This is like that old Mars before Mars started like incorporating print in. This is really cute actually. The straps aren't like flimsy and cheap, at least from this picture. And I like how the lace doesn't look like curtain lace. Because some of the shit, like the laces look so fucking cheap and like curtain lace, and that's not what you want. So there's like bits of pink in the bust with a lace overlay and this cute little bow. which I wish was a little bit bigger, but that's okay. We can deal with that. And then the end has this hot pink like lining in here. This lace in here, if it's thicker and not the material that I think it is, would be better. Like, this is the curtain lace because it's fucking thin. If this was a thicker lace, and even maybe a little shorter, that would be like shorter lace, not shorter dress, but like shorter lace. This would scream Mars to me. This definitely works for Agejo. I can see this working. What Mars would do is they would put corseting all in the back, like hot pink corseting, so they'd have like little rhinestone strap adjusters, and then this whole back end would be like either open to where part of your bra showing, especially like those like Agejo style bras, that, or they just do like pink in here, and then the rest of it would be like black lacing with like a big ass bow with a rhinestone at the booty, like rhinestone buckle, big bow. But this is a really good base piece. There's a lot of stuff you could do with this. You could wear it on its own, you could wear it with a cardigan or a bolero, and like you could wear, because this lace is probably thin as fuck, the highs and stuff with the pink edging. Those would be really cute, and then like pink heels. And there you go, Agejo. I would go with like the little scrunchies, the like Mars style scrunchies that are hot pink, and do like a half updo. That, or you could go with a mini hat, because this era is like that era where like mini hats and things like that were incorporated, or like those bows with the rhinestones, like the bow clips with like the heart in the middle. So this top is really interesting. I didn't know whether or not to add this. Once again, lime green, really cute. Hibiscus print, once again, perfect. But like, this top is not for the faint of heart. This is one of those that, once again, I would layer with like a low cut like white halter, so where like this bra peeks out. So even if this like top is like thin as fuck, right, you still get details from this bra, and then like shorts and some lime green shoes or something, or red shoes, because this says like red hibiscus print. I really like this heart clasp in here. I think that's so cute. This also ties in the back, which is pretty cool. You could definitely do one of these denim skirts. I would do it in a darker denim color. I feel like this denim is too light for this, but that's just me, and I hate everything that's high-waisted. But that's just me. With things like this, I like curvature being shown, and when you have high-waisted, it like gets rid of that curvature. Of course, that's really difficult when you're plus size, but if they actually made denim that goes around the hips for plus size people, we wouldn't really deal with so much of a pooch and whatnot. It's just they never make it to where it fits us. Low-waisted doesn't ever necessarily have to be a bad thing, because the problem with skirts like these is they roll down on me. They don't do anything. So that, and it makes me look like shorter than what the fuck I already am. But yeah, like I said, like these type of outfits definitely aren't for the faint of heart. Like I said, I would layer this with something if it were me. That's just low cut enough to where it shows this bra, and I'd even like have like cutouts in the back to where you could even like see this back part that's a bow, maybe, possibly, not sure. And I'd go with dark denim shorts, or like even a maxi skirt, like either a denim maxi skirt or just like a white or red or green maxi skirt that hugs in here and kind of goes out, like not like a fishtail per se. Like, you don't want mermaid, that mermaid cut that I know is quite prevalent. There's a specific type of maxi skirt Gyaru used to wear in the early 2000s where it would hug and then kind of go out subtly. But that would be really cute with this and stuff, and it would kind of definitely give like a more vacation-y tropical vibe. But I like this, so I just added it in here. So here's this top, and this top really reminds me of old school retro Coco Lulu. I actually have a phone screensaver that I'll probably put as reference to what I'm talking about when I sell this top. But I feel like this is one of those, yet again, androgynous tops that you could wear in a more masculine way. But if you were to do this in a feminine way, what I would do is I would go with just like regular denim and stuff, like a regular denim skirt, nothing fancy about it, and like layer maybe a top underneath and then tie this, because that would be cute. And then get those like retro style big sunglasses that are very like 60s, 70s ish, and do like flipped out hair or something, like I don't know, with like a cute sandal. Like these sandals are okay, but I feel like you could go crazier with these and cuter. And I feel like this orange is not muted enough. This is more muted than that, but that's just me. Next up, we have this top. This is very modern Agejo to me, and I've seen a couple people actually incorporate this top into their like Agejo looks, and I can see why, because it has that rhinestone buckle in there. It's to the side, which is kind of odd, but I don't hate it. Would I pair this with arm warmers? Absolutely the fuck not. You pair this either with one of those like fluffy Mars style skirts or denim. I would just do straight up that like denim that's really trending right now, with the ruffles at the edges. That would be really cute, and you could pair like pink heels with this and go very Y2K glam with this, very Barbie. But I just feel like arm warmers or like this chain belt is just a little too industrial looking, whereas you kind of want to go more glamorous for this look. So I would go with the heart belt again. And so this would be an excuse to bring out that heart belt. I would go sleeveless, and if you can't go sleeveless, cardigans are your best friend. And Agejo has like a ton of different ones. You can buy just a basic cardigan, take the buttons off, and put like heart buttons on, from like AliExpress or something. They exist, if you wanted like a more Agejo style thing. And in terms of Agejo, you could go with the black route or the white route for a base color, and this would work out fine. Like I said, I would add denim to this, or one of those like black fluffy poofy skirts. You have to be careful with them like in certain places, because they're like petticoats and too see-through. You don't want anything like that. Like if you look at Mars, you'll know what I mean. You'll when you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Here is another old school piece that absolutely fucking spoke to me. Like nobody can tell me otherwise, right? So we have this tube top that's in terry cloth with ties down the side, and the whole side is green too, right? And it says Hawaii. It's got palm trees and daisies, which I wish this is hibiscuses, but I mean like daisies work, whatever. And it's got like little seagulls and shit. Like this is so freaking cute. It says sunshine and beach. This is bright and obnoxious, and like this could go for all the styles, honestly. I would try to bring out that green or yellow more, since the rest of this is so pink. But when in doubt, denim's your best friend when you can't work with those colors, because it can be like really tricky. And they have this in blue as well, so if you want to have your Lilo and Stitch moment, here you go. Like, you're welcome. This absolutely fucking works. I like how there's baby pink on this one, so it's definitely got those like Lilo and Stitch vibes, but the print in here stays consistent. And they have like a basic black one, which is okay. I feel like this is okay, but when you do old school, you really want bright colors like this. So like, yeah, I feel like this tube top, super cute, goes up to an extra large, which is great for those of us who have a hard time squeezing into things, as always. And yeah, you could, like I said, have your Lilo and Stitch moment with a friend, because these are pink and blue. It's so great. I love this. Like I said, I think I would bring out the green. I don't know how you'd bring out the green, but I would. That, or, ooh, you know what would be really cute? So, okay, obviously there's like pink in here and stuff. Like, y'all are blue and pink. Wear, like, this one you'd wear like a pink bottom with this, right? And this one would wear like a blue bottom. Maybe, I'm not sure. That, or you could always like focus on just like the sides and bringing out that side color. But yeah, that would be super fucking cute. Hell yeah. Okay, so I really liked this top because it wasn't cropped and it's got like bling on it. Now, I feel like what would really, really improve this top is if it had a glitter overlay. I feel like this could work for like more girlier styles. It could work for Mars style stuff, but it could also work for Liz Lisa, because Liz Lisa's also had like an era like this. I like the bling in here. That really stood out to me. It's got roses and hearts, and that's why I said this could go either the Agejo or the himekaji route, honestly. And it's got like little princess puff sleeves, which I always think are very cute. Like I said, I disagree with things like this. It's too industrial. You don't want that. You want glamorous. You want really girly. Honestly, I think the top speaks for itself. I really wouldn't place a necklace on this just so you could just solely focus on this print. In terms of the skirt, the skirt's not my favorite. Like I said, the whole like grommet thing, I think that's the problem with a lot of people when they try to do quote-unquote Y2K styles, is they throw too much like goth or industrial elements onto a piece that we would have like literally never done. Like I said, denim's your best friend with this. White skirt or something, that or like a pink skirt would work. It's just not this style of skirt because of that side piece with like the grommet and the hearts. Honestly, I'd like, not only that, but you're clashing metals as well. This is very like gold, so you want to really focus on like gold, small gold details in my opinion. So that, and I wouldn't go with a Mary Jane shoe at all. You know, with Gyaru you want to go sexier, so just a regular pinheel or a wedge in that color, or even like maybe more of this hot pink would be really cute with this outfit, at least for Agejo. I think for himekaji, what I would do is I would just go with like I'd layer this over like either a maxi dress, or I'd go with like a pink maxi skirt and just like wedges and stuff. And then you could do, maybe because there's floral print in here, flowers in the hair like here with like big puffy hair, and you'd have more of like a himekaji style thing. That's just what I would do. Here's what I meant by like the jersey prints being really big. I feel like they were really big from like 2002 to like 2004, 2005. But this has a tropical spin on it, which I think is really cool and could work for like old school Gyaru, right? Mainly because it's got hibiscuses and stuff. It says baby girl on it, which I don't know how you feel about that, but I really love the color scheme. The color scheme is really fun. If anything, I would bring out more of this orange or pink in here, because a lot of cool tones are already going on. But yeah, I'd go like denim like this is okay, but this is the one time where I'm kind of like, you could go with hot pink or white, or orange, and that would look really cute. Like I'd pair like orange shoes with this just to bring out this orange a little bit more. Once again, wouldn't go with these stylish shoes. Too industrial. Wouldn't go with these lace socks at all. It's too many clashing concepts. I would go with tinted sunglasses with this. Tinted sunglasses would look amazing. So next we have this like hibiscus style crop top. Not big on crop tops, but I thought that the saying on this was very like cute and very random. It says the sunshine beauty flowers, such cute. But I kind of like how these colors are a little bit more muted. They're bright, but they're like pastel bright mostly. Yeah, I just thought this was like a cute basic graphic tee. There's a couple old school brands that I have that do random sayings like this, or have like just one main graphic on it. There's a couple skirts that I'm about to show you later on that this type of top would work really well with. The only thing that I have a problem with is this would have glitter overlay if it were the 2000s truly. Maybe I'm just a glitter hoe, but like this would have glitter overlay, absolutely. Here's another crop tee that has random English sayings on it. It says towards the sunflower, have a dream. Once again, kind of gives me old school vibes. This is incorporating brown, which I thought was quite interesting. We don't see brown very much in like old school stuff. I mean, we do, but not in this way, where it also incorporates really bright colors. So I thought this was really interesting. I would just go with like bell-bottom denim and some sandals, like platform sandals with this, and like one of those corded belts that are brown, or like a brown belt with like a gold buckle that's very prominent, not like a dia belt or anything like that. Like, I don't know how to explain it. If you look at the magazines, you'll kind of know what I mean and stuff. And then I would go with like a pink lip and like blue or green eyeshadow because I'm crazy. But yeah, I just thought this was really interesting, because it was in brown and it comes in a multitude of sizes, which is always really great. Another just basic graphic crop tee. I like that it has like pink threading in here, and then it's just like one basic hibiscus print thing. Black kind of goes with everything almost, so like you could do a lot of different shit with this. Once again, it's just hibiscus print. I know y'all like hibiscus print, and this is cheap enough. I personally don't like how it's paired with stuff here, but I mean, like I said, I would go with more of like that fairy skirt style thing that I was talking about, or like I don't know if you could layer that dress on top. That would be kind of odd maybe. But there's a skirt that I'm going to show y'all later where you're just like, yeah, that would work. It's like flip-flops or sandals again, just, you know, tropical vacation vibes. Like I said, always an endless vacation. That's always the mantra. So here we go to some of these like basic shorts that are really interesting. This is just terry cloth. It's just basic shorts, sort of style shorts. It's got hibiscuses on the corner, which I thought was really cute. What we would have done is we would have added like little rhinestones in certain places here in the early 2000s, but these work. They're probably high-waisted, which I'm not very fond of, but yeah, here these are in yellow. I thought these would be like a good bottom piece for some of you who like messing with yellow. These vests had us in a chokehold in the early 2000s, and in the early 2000s we wore them by themselves. Okay, like dead ass, like this is what we do. We just wear them, and we do like the pinstripe skirt in a mini with like a paperboy hat and hoop earrings, and just, yeah, that's what we did. Absolutely. Later on, what we do is we'd layer these over t-shirts, or leave the buttons open and layer them over t-shirts. Don't know how to explain that and stuff, but we definitely did that. And if you guys don't like your vest cropped, here it is in black, not cropped. Could this work for Raku? Maybe, and stuff. But I just use it as a base piece, like over t-shirts and stuff with like denim, or just the fedora hat or the paperboy hat, and you gotta look. I feel like these camisoles are all over the place to the point where I shouldn't even have to like include them in here, but here they are. This I've seen kind of be done with Agejo, and I don't know if they've paired it in the way I would. Yeah, no, they don't pair it the way I would. So I would go with like just the regular denim skirt, the denim mini, no ruffles, no nothing. I've seen Tsubasa kind of pull it off like that, where it's like a top that's kind of a baby doll lingerie style top, right? And what's cool is you could also put like a layered Mars style bra on top of this and have like the bow part hang down here. That's kind of the point of those tops. And then just like a regular denim skirt, dark denim is what you want to do with this. No ruffles at the bottom, just like straight down denim. And then, you know, thigh high socks, or like thigh high, like, you know what I mean, the Agejo style stuff. And then just like the shoes, like the pin heel, or like a wedge and stuff, either in black or leopard print, if you can find leopard print. And that's what I do with this. Tell me why I saw this and I thought of Mayu for some reason. She looks like Mayu, like at a glance at least. It's the hair, I think. But this top is really, really cute. It's got rhinestones on it, very, very early 2000s, and it's not cropped, which is also very, very great. I love a not cropped tank top. This could go a multitude of different ways. I feel like this is kind of a universal top. Like, this could go old school. This could go Agejo in like a really weird casual way because of the bling and the butterflies. You could just wear this in general with like low-rise denim and pink heels or purple heels, and it would look really cute even on its own. I wouldn't go industrial with this at all. Once again, I just feel like that's such a clashing element, and it's a huge problem, because anytime I look at Y2K stuff and it has grommets or those industrial chains or whatever, I'm just like, yeah, we never fucking did that way. We did it with Goss stuff, but like not this. So yeah, like I said, what I do personally is I do, like I said, like a initial necklace, like the monogram necklace. I feel like that would look really cute with this, or even like a necklace might even be too much for this print, because I kind of just feel like you need the print to speak for itself. Perhaps, is she pairing this in a way I would? Yeah, she's pairing it in a way I would. I wouldn't go with a skirt that has gold hardware, though, because you have silver in here. And I absolutely would not carry this bag, wouldn't do this necklace, like I said. I would go with a skirt in this colorway, right? But with no gold hardware. I would go with silver hardware if I were her. But that's just me. So I know a lot of vets are going to look at me and they're going to be like, what the fuck, Darla? Because this looks like a lingerie piece. And that's what you don't want fully in Agejo, is for it to look like you're wearing straight up lingerie, because you need stuff that's aligned correctly. But I'm adding this because you can modify this. What I would do, personally, is I would add an extra layer of fabric underneath this. And I would add a huge pink bow or a rhinestone buckle in here. So that basically I added this solely so it's a crafting piece, because it's got the right element. It's just too bare and too sheer, but there's a way to fix this because it's got the right lace. The lace is fine. So like I said, I would add an extra layer, and then I'd add a bow or rhinestones in here, and you have yourself an Agejo style top, like the ones that Yumachi and Aina wore in that one video. This works. Once again, we got another old school style piece with brown in it and yellow. I feel like we would have definitely worn something like this. Definitely lower and maybe even a little shorter in a weird sense, but this color combination really stood out to me. This might, don't quote me on this because I haven't paired them together to know, that might work with that retro Coco Lulu style top that I saw, but maybe not and stuff. But we definitely wore skirts like these, lower per se, and not with that weird ass V cutout, but we definitely wore something like this in Gyaru. This is a weird ass print, right? But this definitely reminds me of Daya for some reason. I think if it didn't have all this like weird smoky underlay for the stripes, it would be fucking Daya easily. Wish this was a little lower waisted, but I mean, maybe you could pair one of these Daya belts on top of this, specifically the moon one that has the black leather. Don't go with brown, that would be weird. And like one of those like tops that kind of look like a dress top, but they're not dress tops, and they have like gold buttons down the center. I feel like that would work really well with this. Thigh-high boots, either ruched or not ruched. Big hair, definitely more of the stronger like Tsuyome style would work with this type of skirt, I feel like. But there's your Daya, and it's $6. We have this skirt. This skirt really reminds me of some older brands that kind of did like romantic tropical stuff. Like this would work for Romamba really well, but this would work with like a general Gyaru style that's kind of odd. So you could go with the white top, right? But personally, I'd go with the hot pink. Like I just feel like Gyaru is very, very matchy. So you want to bring out like certain elements to where it looks very cohesive. But this skirt definitely screamed Gyaru to me. This is kind of done in a boho sense, which is okay. Like you could wear it like this and it'd be fine, but I feel like to make it more Gyaru, because this is such a bright pink, you'd almost want to go with this bright pink to really get this to stand out the way you want it to. Definitely wouldn't want to go with these industrial ass necklaces. I just kill it with fire. I would go with long layered necklaces with this. Perhaps I just feel like that would work really well, where they're just all stringing down in here with whatever top that you have that's hot pink and very like cute. I would go with something with like maybe like a lace detail or like pink with like how do I explain it, where it's like corset lacing in the front, not in like an industrial way, but just in like a very boho way. I go with like a peasant top basically that's like hot pink. White works, but I don't know, there's something about it. Just like a sandal. You just have a very like beachy, vacation-y outfit. Here we go with another one of those old school skirts, and I like this because this is that blue and brown that had us in a chokehold. It's a Y2K blue with brown, chocolate brown. Definitely old school. Would pair a white or blue top onto this. You could pair a brown one too and it would work, but this is one of those that's very casual. Would pair the tinted sunglasses, frameless, square onto it, and I just pair flip-flops, and really good hair and makeup is what really makes a casual look like this work. Like, you need something with a lot of glitter, a lot of frost. If you can't tan, vibrant colors would really work with this. I would pull out this blue more and maybe even add like baby pink to the makeup. So like a really pretty shimmery pink blush that's like baby pink, and like a frosted baby pink lip. And then maybe for eyeshadow I wouldn't go gold. This is very cool toned. So I would go like frosty blue or white. You know, that's kind of, Gyaru's supposed to be tacky, so be tacky, but be cohesively tacky, if that makes any sense. But yeah, here's this. I like it. What I tell you about pin strips on us, we absolutely did this. This with that vest, absolutely. We kind of did it to where like it wasn't a pencil skirt. We just like straight do like a frilly thing where it's like this, but with like lace underneath and more like not a pencil skirt, if you know what I mean. Once again, this is very, very industrial. I wouldn't go that route with this. I keep saying that in all of this, but it bugs me. So I would go with like the white vest or the black vest, and I would go with either a paperboy hat or like the fedora hat, big hoop earrings, thigh-high boots, or thigh-high like with garters. Oh my god, garters would be hot on this. And like pin heels. And there you go. It's the club and outfit straight up. It could even go like Agejo slightly, because it's got that sexy factor onto it. This is just a basic base skirt. It's got those tiered ruffles that I said are definitely going to be trending this season, and they have them in your typical Lilo and Stitch colors too. So you got the pink and you got the blue, which is awesome. Like, absolutely, this works perfectly. But the black's a good base piece too if you just need like a normal skirt to go with like certain things. Like black and white typically work with certain things, but like I said, the old school stuff, oof, this fucking blue and pink, absolutely. Could the pink work for Agejo? Maybe depends. Like, I would pair that, like, okay, you know that white t-shirt with the heart and the bling? This would go with that. That would be really cute together, actually. So yeah, there's yourself an outfit. I think I chose this because it reminded me of Liz Lisa, because of the ties in here and like the ruffles in here. And I have a dress that has like tie sleeves like this, so this is very like himekaji. I would pair like one of those cute little straw hats with this, and like brown wedge sandals and stuff, and you'd have like an easy himekaji outfit already. Once again, don't do these chains. Don't do it. So I picked this because it reminded me of a dress I just recently got, except the dress that I got has like the sparkle hearts and stuff with the floral print, but it's like a falling rose print. This is definitely something that would have been like old Gyaru, I feel like, wore dresses like this, because it's got like a lot of lace in here, and it like has lace under the bust, and it kind of goes down. This definitely would work for Gyaru. I feel like you could wear this bare shouldered, because the difference between Lolita and Gyaru is that Gyaru kind of goes a sexier route, so they might have their shoulders less covered than a Lolita would. That doesn't mean that they don't wear boleros and other things. They absolutely do, because it gets cold. But bare shoulders, shorter skirts, no petticoats, things like that really work. So sometimes Gyaru and Lolita can definitely overlap. But yeah, this definitely would work with Gyaru. This is very perfect. And you have to kind of see it from like an old school perspective. So like Gyaru from like the early and mid 2000s and stuff. This reminds me of like old Diamante, even. They have other colors, but I don't know if they'd work. Yeah, this white might work. Reminds me of the Diamante print. So yeah, these other ones would work, but I really like the black one. I really just do feel like the black one really makes the print stand out the most and like works best. So you do the big himekaji hair and like flowers in the hair and stuff, and the crown necklaces and the crown bracelets and stuff, with like the lace tights and like heels to kind of make you even more feminine. And there you go. There would be a himekaji outfit. This is another one that kind of screamed Agejo to me. It's kind of weird. I don't know how to feel about it. It's got like lace in here in the bust, and it's like in the shape of a heart, which kind of reminded me of Agejo. I feel like what would make this really Agejo is if it was in hot pink or like dark purple, right? Or like royal blue. This pink is a little light, but it does work. The back isn't impressive at all. It's just a base piece. Like I said, I would bring more of this black out. How I'd bring the black out, you ask? Black tights, pink shoes, or like, I don't know, bare legs and pink shoes or black shoes. I don't know. But yeah, it's just a basic dress that I feel like might work depending on what you do with it. Okay, now this one screamed Agejo to me. We definitely did like cheap ass fucking shit like this. Once again, no, do not want to go the goth route with this. It's ecal immediately if you do it like that. But yeah, Mars absolutely did lace up fucking bullshit like this. Inverted, I feel like, though. We do like the black with like pink tie-ins and shit. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but this works. This definitely works. I don't like how it doesn't lace in here. I feel like it needs to go all the way down, but maybe that's just me. Let me see what the back of this looks like. Is the back impressive at all? No, the back's not impressive at all. It just does whatever. But, yeah, this could work for Agejo. It's just like a slinky lingerie style dress, and if it's lined correctly, it's gonna work. They also have this in nude, which is really strange. I feel like this might be more of like the other spectrum of Agejo that people don't talk about. This nude color does come into play, but in a more one Gyaru borderline Agejo route when it was kind of transitioning a little bit. With this, I do like one of those like big floppy hats and a cardigan underneath to make it more conservative, and like quote unquote arguably less fun, but I feel like this could work if you wanted to go less of the pink route and more of like the more mature route. You'd add pearls and stuff to this as well. So here's this dress, and I don't know if this is snake print or if this is just like knitting. I have a feeling it's netting. It looks like snake print though, and I really wish it was like red snake print, because for the love of God, I would buy that in an instant. This could go the Raku route. Absolutely. I wouldn't go with this choker though. I would go with like the handcuff choker or some shit, because this is too much spikes. It's too fucking much. It's too much. You're not a dog. But I would go with like the handcuff choker, or like one of those big cross like necklaces and stuff that does have chains, but it's like the bling cross, you know what I mean. And you could go like the mid 2000s route with this too, with like a big furry jacket, like denim with like fur, or black with fur, like one of those Daya parka jacket things, and like thigh-high boots, and that would work. But you might be able to wear this on its own as well and it work. I would go with python boots or python shoes to really bring this out. And I would go, okay, perhaps controversial, but I would go with red fishnet. I don't know why, but that stands out to me for some reason. So what I do, and I do this all the time with my looks, especially in my Raku ones, because it inverts this. If this is knitting. So I would go with a solid black tight, and then you put the red fishnets on top, and so you have like an invert. And it's just really fun. There's a lot of things you can do with this, but I feel like this could work for like Tsuyome and Raku, depending on what you're doing. This is another one of those dresses that I was like, this is really strange, and I'm debating on whether I add it or not. Could this go the Agejo route? Yeah. If you didn't want to go the typical black and pink route, light pink and hot pink does work. In terms of socks, I mean, Agejo kind of did wear socks like this. I don't think I do that because there's no white in this. Like I said, maybe it's just because I'm very matchy, and I would not go with a Mary Jane shoe. Absolutely do not do that. Do not do that to yourself. Do not do yourself dirty. But I feel like this would also work with himekaji because it's like tacky enough. So with himekaji, you just do like big bows in the hair, like everywhere. You could go light pink, you could go the hot pink bows, you could do like the shoes, and I mean, you could go the heart heel route, right? But also, you guys realize you could do like the base high heel and then like hot glue roses onto the shoes. And that would work too. So you could have like hot pink roses or like light pink roses, and that would work. Like pink shoe with hot pink roses, or like the inverse of that, and it would work. And do like the pearl crown necklaces, or like the Vivienne Westwood orb pearl thing might work quite nicely. Yeah, I don't know what else you could buy. I would go with like maybe I don't know if a basket bag would work with like the roses and the heart, like the hearts. But I mean, you might be able to go that route. Or like you could do like a regular bag with a bunch of lace and shit, and I think that would work too with like the bows. I think it's a lot of just DIY, do it yourselfing. I think it's a lot of crafting to maybe make this work fully, but I think it can be done. It just takes some work. This is another one of those pieces that, like, if it was in hot pink, it would be Agejo. This reminds me of another brand similar to Daya that kind of goes in the Agejo route slightly, but I really like this because it's orange and black. It's very like Halloween, but I feel like colors like this also appear a lot in mid-2000s Gyaru fashion, especially with purple added in. Orange and purple, orange and teal, things like that were implemented in this with like gold hardware. Lots of gold hardware, so I wouldn't go silver with this, and like I said, like I would go more glamorous. That's the difference between this style of fashion and Gyaru's. You want to go sexy and glamorous. You don't want to go industrial and out, because it's not the point of this fashion. Glamorous is what you want to aim for. So with this, you could maybe wear this on its own, and I would like add bangles and stuff, like gold bangles, and a really fun necklace, and like tights with like thigh boots or heels, big hair. I feel like this outfit would definitely be showcased with a really good bag, like a very strong mid-2000s bag. You could maybe even, I don't know, it depends, I guess, on the shade of leopard print, but you could probably add like draft or leopard print somehow. Maybe, possibly. Don't quote me on that, but maybe. But yeah, I just added this in here because it was an interesting piece. This reminded me of Daya, and what I mean by Daya is they did a lot of random fucking print shit like this. Could this go Raku? No. This is not Raku. This is straight up fucking Tsuyome. And why I say this is because it's got chains all across that bust. It says rock and roll, which would make you think that this could be Raku, but it says never giving up. I just leave this as is, honestly. You could do a thigh high boot, or you could do just like tights and like whatever sneaker, like not sneaker, but like there's a certain type of shoe that goes with this, like a platform sneaker that might work with this. There's a couple things you could do with this, but this gave me Daya vibes easily. Oh, these halter neck dresses were everything and everywhere, and what I do is I'd add a really fun blingy brooch to the middle of it, but that's me, because I'm crazy. What's really cool with these type of outfits is like these necklaces are okay, but they're a little short. If you can get those necklaces that go in between the titties, like, or a body chain underneath this, yes, absolutely yes, that would be amazing. I actually have a Betsy Johnson necklace with a butterfly in gold that would be perfect with this. It has like blue and green and gold, and it's just yes. This is another one of those things that you could pair one of those like low heart belts with, if you have gold hardware. This could go old school. Could this go Agejo? Maybe, possibly. I know I could make it Agejo or just like Gyaru in general. But yeah, this is really fun. I really like this. This is a really good like base piece that you could do a lot of different things with. Here is another absolutely fucking old school piece. Yep. Lime green and this blue. We definitely rock this. Especially with like this like whole thing. Except what we did, right, is we wouldn't let this hole be like sewed in. It would be like a wooden ring and it would just tie on here. This definitely gives me like old school vibes. I actually have a bag that would go with this outfit, absolutely. This is really cute. You can't do Agejo or anything else with this. This is definitely old school. But there you go. There's this. And it comes in sizes. And it's like $11. This is more mature, old school in my opinion. A lot of brands outside of just like Alba, right? Or some of the other brands. Really liked messing with like neutral colors for a more mature Gyaru vibe, and this is one of them that I feel like really works. It's a little bit more conservative because it's a maxi dress and stuff. It's got kind of a weird tie thing. Honestly, I would tie it different if you have the option of tying this different, maybe. I don't know. But I really like the color story of this. The print on it's very, very vacation. You still want that endless vacation vibe, just in a different way. Maybe you're not swimming and playing beach ball. You're lounging with a magazine under an umbrella or something. I don't know. Or just, you know, walking around the beach. But, yeah, this is definitely more of a mature vibe, but I think it's really cute. I think this would work really well, especially with like flower that kind of matches in here to the hair or whatnot. Maybe, possibly. That would be interesting. These tube dresses were all the rage in the early 2000s, and Gyaru definitely wore them, and they wore them in a variety of different ways. This lime green, once again, is one of those colors that like definitely stands out to me, especially because it's like velour. And then of course there's like white, like this white silver, which is really cute. And the black is a really good base piece as well, and like you could maybe, don't quote me on this, put the white vest over it, and maybe a cute belt because this is low enough, and have more of like a siyome style outfit, maybe, possibly. But you could wear this by itself. I would go with like a really cute necklace that kind of stands out, and like heels that kind of are club wear. Like these are okay, but I just feel like they don't really work. Like I would go with those lime green shoes, maybe. This is more of a muted lime green, but I'm pretty sure you could find some shoes that would go with this. This is really cute. I recommend this piece. This is another siyome style piece in my opinion. Definitely gives me Daya vibes. If this were in like brighter colors, I would dye a little inside because it's like just yes. But this gray works. It's a good neutral. Still reminds me of Daya, especially with this laced up part. It goes low enough down in here. It's a tube dress. I don't know if I'd pair this with leopard, but I mean I guess you could. I wouldn't go with a beret or anything like that. I would go with big hair all day, every day. That or just really layered, bleached hair that's long. That would work really well. Wouldn't go with these necklaces at all. I would go with something obviously a lot more glamorous, but yeah, this is cute. I like this. If you really want to go the Namie Amuro route, though, thigh-high boots. I would just always say that. I'm a strong advocate for thigh-high boots. Like, they just work with everything. Like, you could do this, right? Or, like, the paperboy hat. That works really, really well. Or, like, you could do, like, the Namie Amuro style pigtails with thigh-high boots. And it would look really cute together.